Hello everyone, xHedra here, bringing you episode 35 of Skies Beast 2, a Modpack by Valdan. Well, I wanted to record too fast after coming back, and I didn't really take the time to just catch up on everything and make sure that everything was okay, so it ended up being a very bumbling around episode and just overall kind of wasting time. Now, there was an amazing comment left by Mogman 5, shout out to you, man, where he crammed so much information in. So, first off, this little nightmare, these fluix to fluix block. First off, we're going to go upstairs and we're going to stop this right here. And yeah, I don't need this anymore. So let's go downstairs and I'll show you why I don't need this anymore. Basically, it's all a question of which orders you do things in. So right here, as you saw, when I take fluix crystal out of this drawer and I put them in that drawer, I get this block, which is the 3x3. Okay. But I go like this and I craft a block first and then I put this block in, then it's the right one. So I don't need this drawer right here. This can all be in here. And I don't need that drawer right there. So what we're going to do right now is going to replace, we're going to take this one. Oh, there's a beautiful spot up here. So no. What I'm going to do is take this and put it in that spot right here. Perfect. And now we can start like just transferring everything back. So right here, we're going to say pull. And I'm going to grab this and set it to here. Pull these block and send them to here. And that should completely empty this. Great. Now I'm going to break this block and move that one over here. The reason I'm breaking this block and moving it over here, I want these to replace in, is that one already fully, oh yeah, this one's fully stacked. Sorry, that's not what I want to do. Give me a second and I can take the drawer key and unlock this. And put all of these upgrade back and drawer key, and we're going to put you back right where you were. Perfect. Then we're going to break you because you are no longer required. And we're going to put you right here. And if I click these right there, they should go up in here. This is great. Now we're going to switch this one to right here. And voila, perfect. So everything's going to go in the proper place. So whichever one we need to craft blocks from, I'm now going to try and remember that tip and always form the block that I want before and push the block that I want before into the drawer. Just like here, it worked for the apatite, sulfur. I should have, yeah, cinnabars right there. Oh, I've got a duplicate of sulfur. Okay. You're going to have to go. So those are honestly those things that I need to just clean up during my time lapse. Like I can't be necessarily spending all that time doing that right now when I have other things to do. Okay, so that was comment 1. Let's go to the next one. Comment 2. Comment 2 is about bitumen. Yeah, I don't even remember where I put my bitumen processing. Like, I think I showed you guys like how I was going to manage it. And then I never set it up. Because if I'm looking around, can't find any bitumen processing set up at all. Yeah, no. So I'm going to have to work on that, but I know for bitumen, I'm expecting to put like 12 or 14 setup. And for that, I'm going to be using the copy paste gadget and copy paste gadget like for the apiaries. But I'm also going to be using another tool. Let me just grab my copy paste. Yeah, it's right here. And let's look for the other tools. So in thermal, at thermal, I did some research. There's a copy paste tool. I think it's a sheet of paper or something. Okay, thermal, copy. Hey, right here, red print. Copies and transfers settings between blocks. So, the beauty of this red print now, what was the bitumen again? Let's just search for the bitumen processing was going to be, I need to centrifuge. Yeah, just centrifugal processor. Okay, centrifugal. Don't have any in my system. I have one here, and let's just do centrifugal. Oh no, it doesn't have the search. I keep forgetting that that pack doesn't have the search. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so let's come back over here. Let's look at centrifugal separator. Oh, so if I want to craft this, I'm going to need to craft the compass. Let me just search compass. Perfect. That's not something that we're crafting already. I need to not be typing. Perfect. Redstone flux coil. Do I not have coil already? Yeah, I already have that recipe, so I don't want that recipe. So you know what? I think I have everything. Let's just flush that and come back over here. And let's find some crafting pots right here and here. Centrifugal. I want a few more. Okay, I need the constant in gear, so constant in gear right here. Constant in ingot, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So this is going to be a processing pattern where I say, I get this from this. And where's the one making the gears? This is the one making the gear. I'm probably out of space. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one out for now and put that one in. Perfect. And then we should be able to now call for centrifugal. Give me 2 of you. Okay, great. So at least that's working. Nope. And it's already done. Wow. So fast. Pattern. Let's grab these blank pattern and put them there. Okay, so now why am I doing this? So when I'm going to be doing the bitumen, okay, for the bitumen processing, and let's grab a little bit of bitumen. So if I put the bitumen in here, I'm going to want to set up the input and output the same everywhere. So if I go like this, I'm going to say I want things to output to the right, and let's say to the back. So imagine that to the right, I'm going to be exporting the bitumen, well, these, and to the back, I'm going to be exporting the crude oil. Okay. Now, I don't want to have to go through all of these machines to set them. So my understanding is that if you click redstone control, transfer control, side control, so if you click from one machine to the other, they should now all be configured the same. So I'll be able to just like set up the configuration properly on one and copy it on all of them. And I'll also be able to take that tower and copy and paste it as many times as I need it. But that's something that, again, I'm going to do in my time lapse, because right now I have other things that I want to do and other things that I want to show. Yeah, so that's how I'm going to take care of the bitumen. And I'm probably also going to take care of the pop chorus fruit, the chorus. Like right now, I get chorus 2 ways, I think. got 550. Okay, I've got 72,000 cores. So I'm going to have to cook the cores. I'm probably going to make a setup again with a max smelting factory like this and just massively cook the cores. And then that one I'm going to have to craft. So this cannot be put into, oh, Chorus. I think I was going to make a big mistake. Or Singularity. Yeah. No, I just need to cook it. I don't want to have it put in a drawer or crafted in any way. And that, same for this setup. Do you see, like, I need power on one side. I need, like, the input of bone meal on the other side. I need water on other side. So it's just easier to copy and paste all the configuration. But that's the second one already explained the way that I'll take care of in a time lapse. And then apparently Netherite school is going to be one ultimate bottleneck. So if I look at Netherite right now, if I look at ancient metal, well, I'm going to need to start mass processing that ancient metal also. And what's the best way already to process that? Blasting is 1. Starlight Infusion is 2, but nope, that's way too expensive and complicated. Energized Smelter gives us 1. Enrichment Chamber. So of course it's going to be, I'm going to set up maybe a couple of enrichment chamber because I need to start processing that at all time. Like I just need to make a Bitumen setup, a chorus setup, and a ancient debris processing setup. Let me check something else. If I look at chorus, should be, where's my chorus honeycomb? Do I not have chorus bees? This is kind of hard to find out which bees are where. Let me just check my bee jar. I want to check something. Okay, so this is a gold bee. If I search for gold, yes, I get the gold bee. So if I search for chorus and I'm not getting any chorus bee, then that is the problem. So right now, I don't seem to have any chorus bees. That seems dubious, to be honest. Like, I must have those set up somewhere. So maybe in my bag here, let me check. How am I supposed to make this bee again? This bee is just RGB and NB. Okay, so that's fairly easy. And what does the chorus block look like? Chorus bee nectar block. I've made that, I'm sure. So oh, I think it's in the corner right here. No, Manulin. Fluix. Not one of those, not one of those, not one of those. Maybe a 4 lower. Nope, none of those. I think it's, no, that's astral. Astral bees, yep. Right here. Okay, so I do have chorus bee, but I'm going to need a lot more of those. So that's probably a bee that I'm going to need to copy and share between other things. That being said, I'm also going to go... Am I going to continue with that? I'm not quite sure. I would need to check how fast and how much this produced because it's not a fast machine and that's giving me only 1. Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to have to duplicate the bees. Okay, so back to the tips and tricks from Mogman. Apparently netherite, I'm going to need so much netherite and netherite scrap and gold to make all of the netherite that I might end up using the creative fluid tank for that. Okay, and the last tip and trick that he left was about making like a super massive smeltry for the blazing blood. I think I found a solution that I'm happy with though. Look at this. I took this, 3 at a time. I took this spawner and I applied some Apotheosis stuff on it. Where basically, what was it that I put on? Let me just check. Apotheosis. Honor. Okay, so first off, I said I added a couple of gas tier to make it so that there's more entity that can be around and spawning. Okay, so that's one of the first thing that I did. Then I added some fermented spider so that there could be more spawn at the same time. Then I put a lot of sugar to make the spawning delay lower. And then I put a nether star to make it ignore player. And I lowered the activation range. Where was the the spawn range? Did you see how you can put blaze rod to make the spawn range higher? Well, if you have a nether quartz in your offhand, then you lower the spawn range. So I made it so that this could spawn only the blocks around. So there's not going to be any spawning outside. And I put a fan here just in case one spawn on top so that he gets pushed to the back. And I have a fan above that pushes everything back down. So now, oh, see, 3 more, 4 got pushed down, and they're producing blazing blood. And if I come here, this small smeltry is full, and I already have 51 bucket of blazing blood. So this smeltry is a blazing smeltry that I can do anything that I want with. So if I need, well, I say if, when I need to make more Valdanium, it won't be as much of a problem. And I'll probably grow this one a lot bigger so I can make more at a time. Like so that I can put like 64 blocks at a time or something like that. But at least that's working. Finally, copy paste gadget. I really need to start using it because it's really important for my progression. But I've been given a piece of information that I kind of worried about. So apparently, when you copy paste and put an apiary, it sometimes pastes them down back, not as tier 4 apiary, but as tier 4 hive. So the trick is that once you build it and put it down, just break it and put it back, or take it out of your copy completely and just make it a block that you need to replace. Okay, so that's something that's very important to be careful. I didn't quite notice that, but I think that when I was doing my things, I screwed up all of the apiaries anyway, so I had to re-put them down, and then everything was correct. So I think they were the wrong side or something like that. So that should technically all be okay, because if I come here and I look, every time the bees produce something, they seems to be blocked. So time left. Let me just stay. Maybe we'll see it. Maybe the tick is going to be so fast that we won't see it. Yeah, so they were blocks. Okay. Now, the other thing is, apparently the liquid trick doesn't work with Draconium and Awakened Draconium. So, Awakened Draconium and Draconium, I'm going to want to have into all of these beehives. So, what I'm going to try and do is just make sure, like right now I have 1, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 beehive. I'm going to make sure that those 20 all have in the Awakened Draconium, the Dragon Bee, and the Draconium one. And because I need a lot of Draconium and I need to prepare those in advance, I'm not going to do the Draconic Evolution right now. So what I'm going to do right in this episode, finally, I'm just like 30 minutes in and I've done nothing, is basically start working on the most massively disgusting and important project of all. Right now, I'm in failure state. Right now, I have hundreds of hours of gameplay if I don't fix one important issue, and that is the dragon egg. I currently have 215 dragon egg and the dragon honeycomb block, and the problem are multiple. Okay, let me show you the problems. So problem number 1 is that for each dragon honeycomb, you've got a 1% chance of getting 9 dragon egg. Okay. So I think I made a little bit of maths on this. We're going to need 47 singularities. For 47 singularities, it means our classic number, we need 141,000 dragon egg. Okay. And we get 9 per block. So if you take 141,000K and divide it by 9, you get 15,667K. So we need 16,000 dragon honeycomb. There's a 1% chance. So let's say that we are perfectly on the dot with chance. That every 1 in 100 gives us 9 egg. It means that that 15,000 is now 1.5 million dragon honeycomb block. The problem is, it's probably going to produce 1 million dragon breath bottles. So I can't just be doing that little... Oh. I didn't know I had some bees here. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I can't be using this method. Like this is something that's wasting my time, that every time I go back up here and I'm like, oh, I'm out of bottles. So I come back, remove this one. Put the other one in. And then I'm like, yay, we're reset and it's restarted. But like that makes no sense. Especially since we're going to need millions of bottles. Oh, and by the way, funny thing that I forgot. I also need the bottle for the Enderium, for the Ender Pearl. Okay, so the Ender Pearl, that's also another problem. If I look at Ender Pearl, I've got 41K. I'm going to need 141K. So I also need to process a lot more of those. But it's the same bottle problem. So conclusion is we need to fully automate the production of bottles. Okay. So we're going to come up here and we're going to say we're going to need some crafter for the glass. So crafter, I'm going to grab a tier 3 crafter. So this is going to transform glass into bottle. Let me just come over here, bottle, just make a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to need glass. No, not clear glass. Just, can I get normal glass? Yeah, let's just start 1,000 normal glass. Going to wait for at least, I don't need to wait. So I need glass. Okay. So I'm going to need I'm going to need an ultimate. No, not an ultimate. I'm going to need a melting. Okay, probably going to make it like this. Smelting, basic smelting factory. Yeah, so 1, I'm going to just go with 1 for now, but it's going to be more than 1 for sure. So let's upgrade you and come on. Do I have the recipe for installer? Yeah, it's going to be easier that way. So that's already a basic. We're going to need 2 basic. And we're going to need 3 advanced. And we're going to need 3 elite. And we're going to need 3 ultimate. Okay, great. So let's just try and move this forward. So now we're going to need sand. Got a lot of sand, but I need a setup that's going to be continuous. So for that, I'm going to also need gravel. I have a lot of gravel, so technically, did I do it this way? Do I need the gravel for anything else? Gravel. There's no gravel singularity. There's no nothing with the gravel. Ah, no, stop. You're wasting time. So the reason I say stop, I'm wasting time, is that I need something that's going to be auto-fed, okay? So I need cobblestone to become gravel to become sand. And I don't really want to have to deal with the provisioning and everything. So let's do something simpler. So now I need the crushing factory. let's search right here. Crusher. So let me get some lava bucket. Oh, you know what? I just want to try something quickly. Huh. Okay, I thought that the lava, whatever. I thought I could get lava from directly the lava, the lava honeycomb. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4 because I'm going to need 4. And let's go downstairs and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And have you not restarted? Yes, you have restarted. Why are you not going in here? Because I did not set you up to go in there. Darn it. Where's my little wand or wrench or something? Right here. Fixing mistake one at a time. Probably need a small upgrade also. Do I have any level of upgrade? Although making these upgrade now is fairly easy because we have a ton of blazing blood. Sorry, wasting time on something that I shouldn't be wasting time again. Let's just concentrate on our dragon setup. And let's sleep because I don't want to be night. Okay, good. So, as I was saying, we now need 2 crushers. 1 and 2. Great, so 1 here and 1 here. So now we're going to go downstairs. And these 8 are going to be my, I'm going to use those just for the bottle processing stuff. Okay. So I'm going to need, like I said, right here, we're going to start with a crafter tier 3 right down here. And in that crafter tier 3, we're going to teach it that this makes bottles. And apparently, if you multiply that recipe, the way this machine works, that it goes craft this, nothing, craft this, nothing, craft this, nothing, craft this. So if you do give it a recipe, the same recipe in all, apparently the crafting goes to such a stupid speed level that it makes no sense. To be honest, I don't think we're going to need such a stupid fast crafting for the bottles, but I figured, it's the only thing it's going to do, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to do this, and it should start making bottles at some point when it gets power. Now, I'm going to want to send all of the glass into it. I'm going to do this, and this, and the other one right here, and we're going to install all of the tiers. Also, we're going to need the upgrades. I'll do that right after. Perfect. So, this gets cobblestone distributed. That gets gravel distributed. And that gets sand distributed. Now I need to provide power to all of these machines. So let's grab some energy cables. And let's grab a flux point. I might be out of flux point, or I'm just not finding them. You know what? Let's just flux. Give me 11. Perfect. Let's go here and upgrade. New. Okay, so I don't have recipe for those. I'll do those after then. So I'll go like, I'll put it in the middle. I'll go this right here. Right here, and a flux point right in the middle right here. Like network, and we're going to call that the bottle maker. Okay, and then I'm going to come right here. I'm going to need my wrench and some ultimate Ultimate pump. Ultimate. Whoa, what? Logistical. Whew. Okay, that was complicated. Where's my sonic assembler or my wand? Right here. Perfect. And now let's go like this, like this. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to set the eject on this side and input on that side. And I'm going to set auto eject on. This is all empty and in here. Same thing right here. I'm going to set the eject on this side. And the input on that side and auto eject on. Perfect. And same right here. Great. So now I have all this set up. So this is crushing. And you know what? Let me come right over here just to get it, to give it a little kickstart. We're going to come right here. And yeah, that's the cobblestone one. So we're going to grab cobblestone and put it in this drawer. So that I can then take this drawer. This drawer. Great, perfect. So now I can come back right here and export. What I'm going to try something before. If I fill all of those and then I do this, I set that. Okay, so here's what I think it will do. I'm not 100% sure, but here's what I think it will do. I think that it will only grab the cobblestone because it's going to want to fill these spots. So it's going to get all filled with cobblestone. And since this will never empty, this will never grab the compressed or double compressed. So this is staying full of cobblestone. This is staying full of gravel. This is staying full of sand. And this is making bottles. And we can then make the final output of bottle into that drawer. Great. And then, we can grab a modular router. And that modular router will be responsible for extracting bottles and pushing bottles to all of these centrifuges. I'm going to need a distributor upgrade. This. And I should have a puller. Got some speed. I've got some stack. No, that's a sender. What I need is a puller. Perfect. So pull from here, which is going to be, I'm going to whitelist and say bottle just to make sure. And then we can say speed and stack upgrade. Then we're going to have a distributor module. Then I'm going to go. No, sorry. I don't want to take a chance. I think this is something where you're always better to right click the controllers. So. Voila. And so these are now all getting bottles, which means I can come right here and stop these. Then I'm going to come back right here and I'm going to say, not chorus, I'm going to say dragon. I need these dragon thingy. And I'm going to say the Enderium, Ender honeycomb also. If I come back here, I say you first, you second. Now get rid of those. Now all of these are going to get filled with these, and they're going to get filled with as many bottles as we can. Perfect. So this is all going well, but I need to make this faster now. If I come right here and I search for mechanism upgrade, I'm going to need speed upgrade, 8, 3 machine. So that's perfect. Then I'm going to need energy upgrade, 3 machine. Perfect. I think that's all that I need. Let's go back downstairs and let's maximize these machine ASAP. If I come right here, I'm going to put the energy upgrade first, because then the impact on the energy is not going to be as high. Great. So this is going super fast, keeping this filled. This goes as fast as this, so it will never empty. And this is going a bit slower, I think, or it's just that it got pre-filled. Making these, making bottles. And I might need to double that setup. Like, this is how crazy this is. I might need to actually double the setup to get more bottle of glass. Like, is one of them full? I'm just, no. I might not need to double the setup. I might need to quadruple the setup or something. Oh, this is intense. So, guys, as you can see, I've already made like a setup that I thought would be really great for bottles, but I'm not getting the glass or sand fast enough. Wow. I just want to try and give it a little love tap. Okay. Maybe this is helping? Is this serious? I'm not sure I'm getting this. What's going on? So if I take the 6 out. Okay, so I'm going to want to change this then. I'm going to want to set this to half stacks. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Because if there's no space to enter whatever you want to send, then it breaks. That's kind of stupid. Let's go to 4. Okay, so let's just take a quick look. Bottles. Not enough bottles. Bottles. Okay, so this is not perfect, but it is going much faster than it used to before. What I might also need to do is get 2 modular router pushing bottles, but we're already going to be out of bottles. Yeah, so this setup, it's not enough. What this is to give me a starting boost, but I'm going to replace those with cobblestone generator to make sure that this system is fully independent. I'm not super happy at the speed of this thing, though. I really thought, like, I can have more bottles in here, though. So I'm going to be able to have a second stack of these machine and maybe even a third stack of these machine just producing as many bottles as possible. Oh, sorry, that's clear glass. I don't want to use my clear glass. That's the normal glass. Probably going to try and help it along just a little bit in the beginning like this. But at least now it's processing more than it ever was before. So this one I'm probably going to just stop using and decommission it. Let's just go sleep. Okay, but that's the dragon nightmare. And I don't even have... no, that's not true. I do have dragon bees in all of them now. Do I? No. Okay, so I have dragon bees in... Oh, none of them. Yeah, well, you know what I'm going to be doing in my time lapse. I'm going to make sure that there's these sharing blocks. So see how these sharing blocks are working well? They've got bees on both sides working full-time hardcore. So I'm just going to be making that in every single other place. So I'm going to have an awakened, a draconium, and a dragon bee in every single one of these. So I'm going to change this bee breeding right here to be breeding only dragon bees in the beginning, and then only awakened bees, and then only draconium bee. But that's all thing that's just repetitive in nature, and I'm going to do in my time lapse. So this is where I'm going to end the episode, because I've got a bit of time lapse to put. But then in the next episode, when we come back, since all of those things are going to be set up and working, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to show you the setups and that they're working. And then we're going to just rush through pneumatic craft and try to get all of this done in one go. Okay. One of the reason also for that is that I'm hoping that as I'm looking at things in pneumatic craft, that I might come up with different solution to try and make the end game faster. Then the episode after that, I'll do industrial foregoing, which should also be able to be done in one episode. And then we're going to get into maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Draconic Evolution, because Draconic Evolution is never simple. And since we have time, because we're waiting on the bees, I'm going to end up like spending a bit more time trying to automate some of the things. Like, never really tried to automate that. I'm going to do some research. It might end up being, no, that's not worth it. It's too much work. But the fact that we have the modular routers might make this easier to automate, because we might be able to set some modular router to say one in each of those. I'm just not quite sure, but I'm for sure going to look into it a little bit. So, like I said, I'm going to go in a time lapse. First step I'm going to do in my time lapse is duplicate the bottle thing way more, because if I come back here and I take a look at my honeycomb blocks, I'm really not processing the ender. Hey, I'm not producing enough dragon honeycomb block because they seem to no longer clog my system. I'm still going to need to take care of the ender. But like I said, I'm just going to duplicate that system 2 or 3 times and make sure that it's get fed with some cobblestone generator. Okay, step 1. Step 2, I'm going to make sure that I have draconium, awakened draconium, and dragon bees in all of these houses. Because of the chorus of the conduits. Ooh, nether quartz is coming. Oh, bone is almost done. Nether quartz is done. I think we only need 47. So yeah, let me stop you right now. Don't need you anymore. I've got my 48. I'm good for the nether quartz. So the conduit right here, this one is a problem. We don't have enough nautilus shell. And if I come here, I don't have any outstanding fishy something. So nautilus shell, I'm getting the nautilus shell from the sea honeycomb. And if I look at sea honeycomb, I don't have enough. So that's also something that I'm going to have to put some in more houses. Maybe not all of them, but more for sure. And then the bitumen for this, then the chorus cooking, and then the netherite cooking. So basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to automate these machines. I'm going to have to go and say I want the smelter. No, I want the energized smelter recipe right. Okay. Yeah, so I want this. I'm probably going to want the crusher. For the crusher, though, I'm going to have to teach it how to make lava bucket. To make lava bucket, I'm going to make it very simple. I'm going to, right here, do a fluid encapsulator like this with being fed with lava and just sending lavas into buckets so that when you need, I'm going to say send a bucket here and you get lava out in the other side. That's basically all of the things that I'm going to be doing in my time lapse, setting up all of these builds that we need to be able to accelerate the processing of everything else. If I do have a little bit of time left, and I'm very doubtful of that, but if I do have a little bit of time left, I'm then going to continue like just clearing out right here the setup, doing the setup here for the singularities. And I'm going to change this. I have a different way of doing it now. I don't like the fact that I'm trying to figure them out like this. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go to Singularity, the ultimate singularity, this one, and I'm going to use this as a pattern because it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 9. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to put that one up, and so it's going to be easier. And the reason I say it's going to be easier is that I'm going to come here and say, okay, wood is here. So wood is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 up. Instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and trying to find the right position. And on top of this, using the corners here, it's making it so that they're not really in order. So it's going to, it would just make everything that much harder. And what I'm going to try to do is at least start making some of each of these singularities, because if we want to start getting the creative fluid tank, we're going to need at least, how many is it? At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of each of the singularities that we need. That's a lot of work. Man, like, I love these games sometimes, but why is the end always made so grindy? Well, maybe Mogman's gonna have some extra trick for the dragon bees, but for now, that's why I call this a dragon egg bee nightmare episode, because I need to finish this time lapse and at least make sure that this is fully producing at all time and making all the dragon egg, because what I would like to do is I want to start seeing those dragon egg. Oh, see, already 341. So it's already starting to be in a good place. We were at 200 something and we grew up by at least 100 in just that 40-minute of episode. But guys, just way too much work to do. And I'm just going to go and burn through it one step at a time. And in the next episode, we'll start doing a little bit of questing and relax on the bees a little bit, because then they should be in an okay situation, just working for us in the background. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.
changes.
Life.